Hey guys, what is up? It is Karen, aka cakedbybabyk, and welcome back to my channel. Can we just appreciate the new backdrop? Oof. I am in love with her. The flavor is immaculate. As you can tell by the title, we are doing a simple, quick, easy brow tutorial. I get a lot of requests on how I do my brows over on Instagram. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, what are you doing? But like I said, I get a lot of requests, and so I thought it would be beneficial if we would do a YouTube video in depth where I can talk about the products, talk about the process that I take to get my feathery but still snatched brows. We are going to be using a few of my favorite brow products ever. Y'all already know is Benefit. Oh my gosh, and my backdrop matches because their aesthetic is pink. Wow. I'm gonna be teaching you guys some techniques and some tips and tricks that I use every single time I do my brows. We are starting off with the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. I'm not even joking. Even if I don't fill them in on certain days, I'll still use this brow gel because it just makes your brows look so fluffy and full and just oof. Chef's kiss. I always tell people this, but it is literally straight up cement for your brows. I've gotten so many people hooked on this. I go through these so quickly. The one downside is that it makes your brows feel a little bit crispy, but I'm willing to overlook that because it's just so good. It is a clear brow gel, which is why I like to go in with it first. I know the normal way is to fill in your brows first and then do brow gel, but since this is clear, I really don't like it when it gets gunky. If I apply it after I fill it in, then the gel starts to get like cloudy and murky, and I just am not a big fan of that. It's gross, I'm not gonna lie. But another reason why I like to go in with a brow gel first is so I can see all these sparse areas that I need to fill in that need just a little bit more love. Okay, enough yammering about this product. I'm gonna zoom you guys in and show you how I use it. We are gonna take the flat side and we are going to run this into our brows, but we're gonna go outwards to inwards. I'm gonna let it vibe for a little bit. I like to go in with 2 coats of this brow gel, and I like to wait a little bit in between the coats so it has time to get a little tacky and sticky before I go in with a second coat. It's really gonna help with that feathery, brow hair standing up look that I like to do. Now that she has had a little bit time to dry, we're gonna go in with our second coat. I'm going to use the edges where the bristles are and I'm just gonna brush up. Sometimes if I'm feeling feisty, I'll go in with a third coat. That may be today. Another important tip is to relax your brows and your forehead. I am really guilty of doing this, but I always love to raise my eyebrows whenever I do my makeup, and it just gives you a warped perception of what your brows should look like, because if you're doing your eyebrows with your eyebrows all the way up to here, when you lower them, they're gonna look really different. And all the work that you just did is gonna go to waste. So whenever I do my eyebrows, I make a very conscious effort to relax my forehead, relax my brows, and just shape them to how my face is when it's relaxed. The gel has dried a little bit, so we're gonna take the rest of what's on that spoolie and just keep brushing it up because I really like a feathery brow. You can do whatever you want with this step. You can do 1 coat, 2 coats, 3 coats, whatever your feathery preference is. But now that we have that to our liking, it's time to go ahead and fill them in. Like I said before, brushing them up with that gel is really gonna help you pinpoint the areas that are more sparse and need a little bit more love when it comes to filling in. I'm gonna be using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I am in the shade 4.5. I'm almost out of this pencil and it's time to break open a new one. Look. She's almost gone. This next trick I learned is from the Benefit Head Brow, and that is Jared Bailey. I love him. If you guys are not following him, please do. He's such a positive ray of sunshine, and I met him when I went to New York with Benefit last summer, which was one of the best experiences of my life. Also, this video is not sponsored. I think I should mention that. But he taught us this trick. If we want really fine, thin, hair-like strokes, you're gonna wanna tap your Precisely My Brow on a flat surface, so it gets that really nice and sharp corner. And you're gonna use that sharp corner to fill in your brows and get those really fine, precise hair-like strokes. I don't know why, but I always like to fill in the tail of my brows first. So again, we're using that corner of the Precisely My Brow and just flicking. So this way I'm flicking outwards And then I go into the front part of the brows. And then I do the same thing. Really light motions, flicking it upwards. Already looking a lot more full than this one. Then I like to go onto the top of the brow and just kind of fill in that sparse area right above my arch, because my hairs are really thin up there and they need a little bit more love. Now that we have them filled in, we are gonna take the spoolie side and just brush the bottom and a little bit on the top to kind of soften. And you can already tell that there is a huge difference between this brow and this brow. Next, I'm gonna carve out the bottom of my brows to make it look a tad bit more clean. I'm using the Essence I Love Stage eyeshadow base. You can totally use a concealer, which is also what I do some days, but I've just really been loving how this looks. I'm taking an Anastasia Beverly Hills number 18 brush. It's just a nice flat concealer brush and it works really well for carving out underneath your brows. So I like to start at the arch and concentrate the majority of product underneath there. Drag it all the way down towards the tail, and then I'm going to slowly bring it out towards the front of the brow. And don't forget to blend the harsh lines out underneath. And I like to go back and forth when it comes to carving out the brows, just to make it look more natural and it's not just a harsh line that's underneath. And that is how I fill in my brows. I'm gonna do the other one off camera real quick and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so I just finished doing the other brow off camera as well as the rest of my face so you could see the brows in full action. Again, I use this process and all of these tips and tricks that I've included in this video every single time I do my makeup. I do not stray from this routine. I've been doing it for like almost a year now, so I thought it would be good to update all of you guys on what I do because I do get asked a lot. Let me know what your brow routine is in the comments down below, or if you're gonna try out what I do, or if you're gonna try out any of these products. That is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good, and I'll see you guys in my next one.